We go. All right, so those of you just joining, my name is Kate with Scott Leroy Marketing. Today we're going to be covering what can SLM do for you. So SLM is Scott Leroy Marketing, and in this class we're going to go over all of the available tools and services that we at Scott Leroy offer to you as an agent with KW and one of the offices that we work with. Now, of course, you probably know we help with your onboarding, but there's so much we do beyond that that you can reach out to us for support on different items. So we're going to kind of dive into those things today. If you have any questions as we're going along, please drop those in the chat for me. This class does not usually take the full hour, so we do generally have time at the end to answer any questions you might have. Um, so the first thing I want to go over with you is actually going to be on our Scott Leroy website. So if you're new to KW or rejoining a KW office, most likely you've been either asked to complete a questionnaire, you've already completed a questionnaire, or something like that. The questionnaires are a way for us to get you started as a new agent or even a returning agent. It allows us to get all of your systems, your technology, all of your platforms that you would be utilizing through KW set up and running for you. Allows us to make sure profiles are up to date, your information is up to date, and all of that good stuff. So the first thing before your questionnaire is you would have been sent a Market Center invitation. Those go directly to your email. You'd want to complete that first, get your initial KW logins created, and then we'll take those to create everything else for you. So when you're completing a questionnaire, there is a few different options when you're doing that. Now, I'm just going to point out when you're actually completing the questionnaire, they are all going to bring you to the same login. So let me get that loaded really quick. So the questionnaire now should all bring you to this exact same place. And this is where you're going to decide what type of questionnaire you're completing today. And there's going to be some different questions. In order to help you better understand those questions and the type of questionnaire you would want to complete, we want to take a look at these different options we used to have that were specific to a questionnaire. So, a new agent. The first one is new agent. That would just mean that you're new to Keller Williams. It doesn't necessarily mean you're a brand new licensed agent. You could have been in the business for some time. It just means you're new to Keller Williams. And that would be the right questionnaire for you to complete. Now, next to that is the admin questionnaire. So an admin is usually an unlicensed, but not always, just generally an unlicensed agent or associate, I should say. Usually you're joining a team, whether you're going to be marketing for a team or you're doing transaction coordination for a team, anything like that. It's just generally you're supporting a group of agents, and you're joining that team as an admin for them. Now, the next one we have is a capper questionnaire. Now, capper questionnaire means that you have been in the business for quite some time. Usually, you're probably coming from another brokerage to Keller Williams. And this just means you have quite a few deals under your belt. And the reason we have a capper questionnaire for those agents is because they may currently have transactions or deals going on. And so we generally need to expedite their setup. We need to get them going very quickly so that there is no lapse in their business. So that's just what the capper questionnaire is. It just allows us to make sure that everything is set up 100% and there's no downtime for that agent at all. Now, in expansion, this would be an associate that is going to be within more than one KW office. Now, that could be that you're on a team that has multiple teams throughout the country. It could also mean, and sorry if I have to toggle off of there, I have to let people in as they're joining. Expansion could also mean that you're in a state that is very close to another state. Maybe you're right on the border of two states, and one of the offices you've joined only holds one state's license. So you're going to be in two Keller Williams offices. That would be expansion. It just lets us make sure that you have both offices displayed on your accounts and that you have access to everything for both of those offices. Now, next is the hidden agent. This again is generally for agents that are in production somewhere else in another brokerage. You're coming over to Keller Williams and you haven't quite made the full transition yet, so maybe you just haven't moved your license all the way over. But you want to make sure when you start that all of your systems are set up, running, and ready to go so you can hit the ground running. That's going to be a hidden setup. And the reason for that being is that we hide your public profiles because you're not fully over to KW. Maybe you're trying to wrap up a couple of deals and you just want to, like I said, make sure everything's set up when you do fully transition. That would be a great one for you. That way those profiles aren't showing on the KW.com or anything like that so anyone can see them. Now, Market Center staff, this one's pretty self-explanatory. This one is going to be for anyone joining the KW leadership team. Whether you're going to be the director of first impressions, the MCA, anything like that, you would be completing a Market Center staff questionnaire. Now, our next one is returning. So, a returning associate is generally someone who's been with Keller Williams before, whether that was 2 months ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. If you've ever been with Keller Williams, left, and you are coming back, you would fall under that returning. The reason for that being is that you have some type of account already set up in the KW ecosystem, and we want to make sure everything is refreshed, updated, and ready to go for you. Now, next is a team questionnaire. So similar to the admin, however, this could be that you're joining as a buyer's agent, a listing agent, you're the rainmaker of a team, whatever it may be. This just allows us to make sure that we know your team account profile is set up correctly. Your team is highlighted, team logo is there, everything like that. Now, next is going to be the tech refresh. Now, a tech refresh is going to be for anyone that's been with KW for any length of time, whether you've been with us for 5 months, 5 years, you just want to audit all of your technology and make sure that you are taking advantage of all of the systems and technology that we offer to brand new onboarding agents. So let's say you've been with the office for 4 or 5 years. We weren't setting up certain accounts 4 or 5 years ago. So you can complete a tech refresh and we're going to just do a quick audit of your accounts, make sure everything that we have is available to you, and get you kind of refreshed on all of your tech. Now, the last one is a transferring agent. A transferring agent is going to be someone that is with a KW office and they're going to be transitioning to a new one. So, whether you're moving from state to state, let's say you were in Florida, you're moving to Texas, you need to transfer from one KW to another. That is the bucket you would fall under. This just, again, lets us know, hey, you're not an expansion. You're not going to be in two offices. You're moving from one to the other. So again, just allows us to know how to adjust your profiles accordingly. And that is just kind of what all of these do is it helps us to better identify what needs to be adjusted in your account and how to get that done the right way the first time. So back to the questionnaire though, this is what it is going to look like. But again, going over those, hopefully that kind of helps you determine where you fall on this when you're filling this out. So once you have completed your Market Center invitation, you've completed your questionnaire to join the office, you can then get an email, or you will then get an email from us that's going to look very similar to this one here. So it should say Keller Cloud Setup Complete. It should have your name, and then it will have your Market Center number. Now, your Market Center number is just the identifier for your office. This allows you to, one, know your password for your office when you're signing in. It's also going to be used multiple times for different things, whether you're finding logos for your office or you're reaching out to us for any type of support. Scrolling down there, you should see a quick little video. It's kind of just a little GIF. And then below that, you should see Welcome Aboard to Keller Williams. Please click here to access all of your new information. Now, we've also included your Market Center number again. Again, you'll use this a lot when you're interacting with our website and our platforms. So that's kind of why we include it everywhere. If we go ahead and click here, it's going to open a new tab for us to take a look at. Before we do that, I'm going to read the rest of this email. So it just kind of goes over, we're excited to set up all of your technology. Can't wait to help you further. if you need anything, reach out to us. Now, we mean it when we say if you need anything at all, reach out to us. Our support team is here to help you, whether you are running into a troubleshooting issue or you just need guidance on where to access certain training. So you can reach out to us for anything you might have going on. Moving down though, you should see a couple of attachments in your email. Now, you should have a couple of QR codes. They're going to be for two different things. You should see one that is for your KW website. Now, this QR code, you can use it on any marketing you might create. You can share it to social media, whatever. But when someone scans that QR code, it should redirect them to your KW website. Now, in doing that, if they were to create an account and sign up, you would be notified of that. You'd get a new lead, you'd have a notification, and that person would be entered into your command database as a new contact. You'll also be, notified of different interactions that they might be having on either your app or your website. So definitely a great thing for you to keep and utilize. Now, the other QR code is going to be for your KW branded app. Same thing kind of as your website. It's going to allow them to create an account. It's going to notify you of that, add them as a lead and a contact. It's also going to notify you if they're searching it for specific properties or looking at specific properties. You're going to be notified of a lot of those interactions that they're having on either of your two platforms. Now, one thing I like to mention with these, you do not have a login for these. These are consumer client platforms only. They do not have an agent login on the physical branded app or the website. These things are managed through your command platform. You can certainly create an account for these. You just won't have one created during your setup. And the last thing you should have in your setup is going to be a just join forces image. This again is for you to utilize, whether you want to share it to social media, blast it out through text message, whatever you'd like to do. It should have I just joined forces, your market center info, your name and information from your website, email, phone number, all of that good stuff. It should have a photo. However, if you did not submit a photo during your questionnaire and you have one you'd like to use, you can always reply to this email here and we can update this as well as your KW profiles. So just because you've already submitted that, don't think you can't have us go back and update that. We're happy to do that. Now that we've gone through this main email, we're going to take a look at the setup. So when we click here, we're brought into this tab. Now again, this is why we highlight your Market Center number quite a few times. Enter your Market Center number to unlock this login. So we're going to go ahead and type our number here. And we're brought into our setup. Now, a couple of things on here I like to mention. This top section in this dark blue banner, this is for our internal use only at Scott Leroy. So you will not have a KWU name or a 16-digit code here. This is just for our support team to access and use as we're getting all of your systems and stuff set up for you. So you can ignore those and just scroll down. As you're scrolling down, you'll see that there's a video here. You can click on this and it will open a quick little training video. However, this is going to go over a lot of the information we're covering today, but definitely check it out if you want to. Now moving down, your KW systems, including the intranet command, are now up and running. Here are some of your usernames, passwords for all of your technology. We recommend keeping this for at least 90 days. I recommend keeping it in your folder for as long as you're with KW, because you never know when you're going to need something. If we scroll down, again, SLM password. So this is your Market Center number again. When you're on our Scott Leroy website, you will need to log in to access our different resources and classes, trainings, things like that. You'll see I'm already logged in, so I have the logout button, but if I wasn't, I could click login and enter that Market Center number. Now, right below that, we have notes from our onboarding team. Now, I always recommend paying super close attention to this because if during your setup there was something that wasn't working, every once in a while command has a hiccup and there's something we can't set up. And instead of delaying your entire onboarding, we just make note to reach back out to us and we can take a look at that. So Definitely check here if there's something we weren't able to set up or we were encountering an issue. This will let you know and it will kind of provide you either next steps or to let us know, and we can check that again. On the off chance that everything went perfectly, you may just see something similar to this where it says, please reply with your biography and your photo. Again, these can be included in your questionnaire, so you may have nothing here, but you can always send those bio and photos for us to update at any time. Now moving down, we have our KW logins. Now these KW logins are going to be used for Command, My KW, KW Connect. All of your KW services pretty much are going to use those logins. Now with those, your username won't be case sensitive. So if you're missing a capital letter, it's not going to impact you. However, your password is going to be case sensitive. Now, they did just do a massive reset about a month ago, so if you are running into any issues, you may just need to reset your password. But KW did enhance their password requirements, and when doing that, they did do some massive resets on passwords that didn't meet the requirements. But the reason I mention it being case sensitive is if you're copying and pasting and you're doing it like a double click, you'll see at the end it's not capturing that exclamation mark. So if you're copying and pasting like that, just make sure you have all of the information. I also like to mention sometimes if a space was added after, it may pull that space as well when you're copying. So if you're running into any issues, just make sure you're checking that password to make sure everything is there and you don't have any additional spaces. Now moving along, we have our G Suite or Google Workspace over here on the right-hand side. Now this is going to be your KW email. It also allows you access to Google Docs, Google Sheets, all of the different Google services that are generally offered. There are some that are not included in that, so if you have any questions on that, you can let us know, but there are a few that are not. You log into this the same as any other Gmail, so you can access it through gmail.com. You can download the Gmail app and log in there, however you best prefer to do that. If you requested for your email to be forwarded to a personal email during setup, you'll see if that was done or not, if we were able to complete that. You also get some additional information here as far as updating verification methods, things like that, and some extra training on that as well. Now moving down, you get to your KW Command IDX website. Now this is kind of what we were talking about before. This is going to have, this is going to be where it redirects that QR code. So if we click on that, this is going to be your branded Keller Williams app. So it will have your name, your information. It will allow you to customize this website. And anyone searching, creating accounts on here, you're going to be notified of those. Again, if you hit login, you do not have an account, so you'll want to just create one like anybody else would. But you can manage your site again through command. Now moving down is your kw.com profile. Now your kw.com profile is the profile that shows up when someone goes to kw.com and they search for an agent. So if we were to come here and search, this would be the profile that's displayed for people to find you. So that's what that one is. Next, we have your command email. So this is just your KW email. It's what's used for your command platform. You can adjust that in your settings if you want to use a different email, but generally we're going to set it up with your KW email. Now moving down is your KW consumer app. Again, your branded app link. We do get a lot of questions if this, the numbers and stuff here can be customized. This link cannot be customized. It is set up by KW for each agent. But again, branded to you allows them to search on your app, and you are notified of those things. Now moving down, we have Keller Home Loans. We have Keller Covered. So those are your links to access those services. Moving down, Twilio, you may see this on your setup. However, we don't generally set up Twilio. And the reason for that being is that you have to decide on a specific amount of text messages you'd like per month and how much that's going to cost you. It also includes you to include payment information. So we're not generally messing with agents' payment information. We don't want to be responsible for that. So that is something you are generally setting up on your own. However, if you do run into any issues, we're happy to troubleshoot those with you, take a look, things like that. Now, Twilio is a service that allows you to mass text your database through command. It is a number that is different than your own personal number, but it allows you to use smart plans, things like that to, like I said, mass text your database so you're not sending one individual text message to a bunch of people. Now below that, you'll see DocuSign. In some offices, we are still setting up dot-loop. That is at the decision of the office, so that's not something we decide to set up for some people and not others. It's based on your Market Center staff, and what the office is using. So in most cases, you will see DocuSign, and you'll have your logins here, email, password, some additional information and training on that. One thing I'd like to highlight, if you're ever running into an issue with your password and you need to reset that, you will find your security question right here at the bottom of your DocuSign. Now, these phone numbers are specific to you, so it's not going to work for someone else to reset, but you can find that information in here in the event that you ever need to reset that or are running into issues. One of the reasons I say keep this email for more than 90 days. Now next, HomeKeeper, I need to confirm, but I'm not 100%. We are still setting this up. This setup does need to be updated. They've recently made some changes to their platform and how what's included with free and not free. So I'm going to kind of skip over this one for today. And this is another one that needs to be updated. So you'll see Calendly on mine. If you're a new agent, you're going to see TidyCal. Again, they've made some adjustments to their programs and their platform and how those paid services go. So we have switched to TidyCal. They do the same thing. It's going to be set up again with your email and a password. And those allow you to create scheduling appointments through that platform. It allows you to use that for clients to set up appointments, all of that good stuff. You'll also have a Blink account. So Blink is a digital business card. Your command app comes with one. However, it doesn't allow for photos to be added of you or any other customization really. So we set up a digital business card for you. It allows, like I said, a lot more customization, a lot more information to be included, and people can quickly and easily save this as a contact to their phone. So you can use this and share it with people. You'll also be able to find a QR code, I believe, in the Blink account once you sign in, and you can make further adjustments there if you want to change anything. You should also have a Zoom account for things like this for you to easily jump onto training classes or meetings with clients, whatever you have going on. And then lastly, there's another one, again, not on my setup. I need to get an updated one from my team, but you should also see a Canva account set up now. Again, same thing, it's going to use your email and a password, but that's going to allow you to go in and create your own custom templates for whatever you have going on. I like to mention at this point of the class, if you're seeing that these were not set up, chances are is that you set up your KW email before we did, and we don't have access to set up these accounts unless we have access to your email. The reason for that is that they require immediate verification codes, so we can still set those up. We would just need to get access to your KW email to create those for you. Now, moving down on this setup, you'll see some helpful resources. So again, some additional links and places you can go to find different training and support. Next steps. So this class today is all about how we can assist you even beyond your initial setup. So these are some extra things you can do after your setup so that we can help you. So the first one is sending us your database. So if you have contacts in your phone or another platform or CRM, you should be able to export those contacts hopefully, and then you can send them over to us. We're happy to reformat those and get those imported into Command for you so that you can hopefully start generating some business from people that you know. Now, the next one is announcing your move to Keller Williams. So we have a little tutorial that kind of goes over how you can do that. Again, new agents getting into business, letting people know you're an agent is the first step because you can't generate business if you're a secret agent. So you got to let people know. So this is a great one. Checking out our 30-day jump plan or jump start and challenges. So these are, different tasks you can do daily to get you comfortable with command, and also to kind of teach you the habits you should be doing as an agent. Next is if you want some help with your biography, we have some tips and tricks. I'm also going to show you on our Scott Leroy website where you can go to have us help you either create that or update that in your profiles. And then you also have access our training videos. So if you have something you're trying to learn or figure out, you can certainly check out our videos. We did show you the YouTube at the beginning of the class, but you can always check that out for anything you have that you're trying to figure out. And then lastly, some additional phone numbers and emails that you can reach out to for additional support, including Keller Williams International, us, DocuSign, etc. So that is our Keller Cloud Setup Complete email. Let's take a quick look at the chat. Heather, you can certainly change the password for your systems. However, you're most likely going to have to change them one at a time. You wouldn't be able to just change it in Command and have it changed for all of those different systems. Unfortunately, some of those are third-party platforms, and the passwords would need to be updated in those accounts specifically. If you do not have HomeKeeper, most likely is because we are no longer setting that up. Again, I apologize that mine is a little bit outdated. I do need to reach out to our team to have them get me an updated setup. So I will do that when this class is over. All right, so let's keep moving. I'm going to close some of these tabs just so we don't have as much going on. And we're going to go back to our Scott Leroy website. So we went over the questionnaires. The other things we're going to highlight today are mostly going to be under this Agent Resources tab. So this is going to be your best friend for trying to find additional support from us outside of just emailing us, which you can certainly do. But we went over questionnaires. The next one is our KW Agent websites. So a few months back, actually maybe a little bit longer than that, KW manually upgraded everyone's KW websites. So they do need to go and update this before launching because that's no longer a thing. They have upgraded everyone's sites. Everyone should be on the new KW websites. So you'll want to start down here once you've launched your website. This is going to help you with enhancing your website and making it custom to you. So adding your testimonials from past clients, upgrading or updating your hero images on your website, whether they're houses that you've specifically sold or things in your area, whatever you want to add there as background images, this would be a great place to customize that. You also have managing your featured listings. So whether you want that to be your own listings or specific to your area, you can adjust those. If you need to get an open house sign-in page created on your website, these are going to be different videos that show you how to go in and do those things yourself. There's also some KWRI provided articles, and those are going to go over other ways to enhance your website. Some people are visual learners, so those videos are great. But if you need to add hero images and you're not a visual learner, these will give you step-by-step instructions. So they're a great place to look as well. Now, beyond the websites, we have live webinars. Now, live webinars is what is going to bring you directly onto this class today. So it just brings you straight to our live Zoom link. Again, only available during our class times, but you can just click that button and it will bring you on here. Below that, we have training, and the first one is the training calendar. If you were on before I got started, I like to hang out here before we jump into class just to make sure you know what you're here for. So again, what can SLM do for you today? But above that, you can find our live webinar link again if you need to jump on from there. You can find all of our recorded classes. Again, that will redirect you to our YouTube channel. You can also come here and vote for classes. So every other Friday, we offer you guys to be able to pick what class you'd like to see. So if you know you're going to jump on December 27th, you can come here, click vote for class. It's going to bring you to a form where you can decide, again, what class you really want to see. Now, one other thing on this Google Calendar that I really like to mention is the little Add to Google Calendar link at the bottom. Now, this is going to redirect you to your Google Calendar, and it's going to add our Scott Leroy calendar directly to your Google Calendar. Now, of course, you can check that and turn it off when you want, but it's going to allow you to see all of these classes on your calendar, whether you're on your mobile calendar, on your cell phone, or you're on your computer and have Google open. It will add all of the same information. So you'll be able to see the training calendar link, the details, so the description about what the class is. And if you're on the go and want to jump on a class, you can click that link from your mobile device and jump right on the Zoom as well. So great little trick to add to calendar right there. Moving down, we do have a printable PDF of the classes. So you can click on your time zone and it's going to open up a PDF flyer. So if you have an office and you want to print this out, highlight the classes you want to attend, you can certainly do that. Now it's broken down by day of the week. And then to the right of the class, it's going to let you know that this is on the 2nd, the 16th, and the 30th. So these are going to be the dates of the class. So a little bit different, but again, broken down by day of the week. Now, if we go back, it's also going to give you an overview of those classes. So a brief description about what the class is going to cover and what you can expect out of that class. Now, below training calendar, we have SLM challenges. If we click on that, it's going to bring you into some different types of challenges that you can do. So again, getting started with Command, getting started with Scott Leroy. If you need some help with DocuSign, again, Jumpstart with SLM. Or if you're joining a team, how do you kind of get started on a team Command account? So these are great little challenges. You can just click on those, fill out the information. We'll give it a second to load. Now this one gives you a printable version, so you can view those different 30-day challenges and what's going to be included there. You can also click for us to add this to your library and set you up on this. It's a smart plan, so it'll come to you in an email daily. It'll give you tasks in Command, all of that good stuff. Now if we go back to the SLM challenges, I think we covered all of those. Yep. So next is our Killer Cloud cheat sheets. So our cheat sheets, again, we are all about providing you resources and different ways that you can learn yourself, or we can give you videos, whatever you prefer. But these are other places you can come to find specific training on the different aspects. So if you're specifically looking for smart plans, MailChimp, marketing profile, all of that, you can click on each of these and it's going to give you a little cheat sheet document that's going to go over those specifics and anything you might want to know. We're going to go back. I'm going to close this one out and this one as well. So again, all those different topics, you can find whatever you're looking for. Digital marketing tips is the next one. So this is going to provide you with, again, additional videos from our YouTube channel that are going to go over those specific items and how to help you with them. So whether it's, print an email listing flyer, whatever you've got going on, you can come here and find those. Tech 101, I believe, sorry, it's not letting me go to that one. I believe that they need to update this one. So I'm going to skip this one. Now, next is recorded training classes. So again, we do daily classes, we do daily tip videos, things like that. This is where you can come and find the specific category you're interested in. So if you're trying to learn about Keller Mortgage, the KW app, you can click on those and it's going to bring you into our YouTube playlist that is specific to that item. And you can find that Command Mobile Overview. This is from 11 days ago. So you may not want to go all the way to the bottom because, again, some of those are a little bit outdated, but you definitely want to check out the new ones if that's something you're trying to learn. But this will break those down into those smaller categories, just making it easier to find what you're looking for specifically. Now, agent support. This is one of my favorite parts of our website. This is where you can come to get specific help on certain items. And on most of these, we're going to be doing the work for you. I'm going to check the chat really quickly. Stephanie, a rainmaker, that would be if you're on a team or you're creating a team. Generally, the rainmaker is the leader of the team. They're the initial owner of the team. You may hear it called a rainmaker or a team lead frequently. So Sarah, I will look for that link at the end of the class. We should, again, get done a little bit early and have some time for any questions you guys have. Um, all right, so back to agent support. Again, one of my favorite tabs. It has the most for you guys. The first one is creating a new bio. So we kind of talked about this a little bit. If you click on that, it's going to bring you into a page like this. It has a quick little video, but if you go down, it's going to have a form that you can fill out. Um, if you already have a bio and you just need it updated on the various profiles, because there's a couple profiles and they don't speak to each other. So unfortunately, you have to update your bio in about 3 different places. But we can go in and update that for you. Or if you want some help with us writing a bio for you, we're happy to do that. You can let us know a few items, things you'd like to highlight in your bio, and you can add those here, and then we'll get a bio created for you. So just a great way if you're not sure what to include on that or you're struggling to put one together. Next, we kind of talked about this one a little bit, but importing your database, super important so that you can start hopefully reaching out to those people in your database and generating some new leads. So great to get those contacts into command. Updating database contact information smart plan. This is a smart plan you can set up to go to your contacts to help capture any missing information. So you can hopefully get all of that information for that specific client. Now, moving down, marketing support. Another great one that I really love is our monthly newsletter. I'm gonna open that in a new tab. So we have a monthly newsletter that is specific to each month. It's going to go over month category, like monthly specific items. So it's winter time, how to winterize your home, things like that. So they are different every month, but they are generic enough that you can send them to anyone. But if you come here and fill out this form, we will set up that smart plan for you. And when doing that, you have a couple of options. So do you want to set up people in your contacts with specific tags to receive this smart plan? Do you want to send it to everyone in your contacts? Or do you just want us to add the smart plan to your database or to your command account so you can send it out to the people you'd like to? So you can come here, fill this out. Again, allow up to 2 business days for most of these items. So just keep that in mind if you're looking for something specific. Free marketing templates, I'm going to come back to this one. We have this one in a few places and it is one of my favorites, so I want to make sure we cover that last. If you need help with API Nation or importing top producer, smart plans, you can come here. Again, they're all going to redirect you to a similar form, so we can go in and help you with those specific items. So this way, these are great for even after you've onboarded if there's additional things you'd like help with. Um, if you didn't complete a questionnaire and you just want command setup, DocuSign, those kind of things, you can come here. Exporting your contacts, if you want your headshot updated, again, similar to your bio, that headshot is in multiple places and they don't communicate with each other right now. So instead of you going in and trying to update those in the various locations, we can go in and do it for you. If you need help with a QR code and getting one of those created, let's say you have an open house coming up, you need an open house sign-in sheet for your website, and you want to have a QR code created so that you can put that on a flyer. That would be a great use of that so that people can be redirected to your website and you can capture that lead. So great thing to use there. Again, the biography, MailChimp setup. If you're in an office that uses Dotloop and you need some help with that, you can come here. Then we have looking to rebrand. So if you were on a team and you've decided that you are going to take a venture and be a solo agent, you can come here and we can update your profiles to remove any team information, team branding, and make sure you're good to go. If you need help with market center logos being updated, or if you've joined a team and need help with that being updated. Updating social media accounts if you never got a KW email set up, and then again, some other basics. So a website address, office, phone number, contact email. We're happy to go in and update those. Similar to your bio and your photo, they're in a couple of different places. So we like to make it easy on you guys and just do it for you if you'd like us to. The KW calendar. So most offices have a KW calendar that is offered through the mykw.kw intranet. And we can connect that to your Gmail so that you can see that on the go or in your Gmail account, just like that SLM calendar we talked about previously. If you'd like to create an email alias, we can help with that, forwarding email, KW email through Gmail. And then next is our website services. So we showed you how you can go in and edit your website, but if you would like us to go in and make some enhancements for you, you can check out this section here. So you can have all of our additional pages added to your website by filling out this form, or you can kind of pick and choose what you'd like. Do you want your testimonials added, downloading your app? Do you have a custom domain and you want that to forward to your KW site? We can help set that up. What's My Home Worth is an additional page we can add, helping with your featured listings. Google Analytics setup. So a lot of people aren't really sure how to do that. You can come here and fill this out and we can help get that set up for you. Homekeeper blog and keeping current matters. You also have Keller Mortgage. If you have a listing that you'd like to create a landing page for, adding the local school searches to your website or the mortgage calculator. Again, if you want an open house sign-in sheet, these are different on the new websites, so they are specific to the listing property, which I like because then when someone fills it out, it lets you know specifically what property they were looking at. But this is great because, like I said, you can create a QR code, add that to a flyer, and have people scan that to sign in. So makes it really easy to get them plugged into your command without you having a sheet at the open house that they have to sign in, and then you have to go back and plug that in. We can help with updating your preferred vendors on your website slideshow, testimonial form, and then if you are in an office that offers the NEO new construction, we can help with getting that set up on your website as well. Now, next is the build your business. So these are a lot of those third-party platforms. Let's say we weren't creating those when you started and you don't want all of them set up, but you want to get a Zoom or a TidyCal. You can come here and we can get those set up for you. And then if you are in an office that has specific compliance requirements, we generally know about those because we onboard those offices and usually handle it during that time. But if you got something missed or need something updated, you can come here and fill out those forms and we can help with that. Now, next is leadership support. I'm not going to jump into these because most likely you guys aren't leadership, but just know that if you are, you have some additional support and resources down here. Same for right here, the leadership support option. You've got some different options there as well. Now, next is templates. So we have the free templates section. We're going to take a look at that. This is where you can find templates that you can pick out and you can go in and customize. So if you're looking for listing social media posts, listing flyers, postcards, email signatures, you can come here and click on those buttons and it's going to redirect you to a page that looks similar to this. It has different pictures. But when you find one you like, you hit use the template for a new design. It's going to redirect you to Canva. And you can find that same one. So it's going to have all of them still. You can come find the one that you liked and you can start customizing that. So you can start editing the text and you can save it. So you can edit all of your information, download that, and use that for yourself. If we go back a couple, this might take a second. That's why I'm always opening a new tab. Same for these ones. Like I said, it will open a image where you can find different ones. So are we looking for coming soon, just listed, open house? Click on that. It's going to take you to a similar page. You can see all of the different layouts and templates that are available. Use template. You're still going to have all of those. So you can go through, edit the ones you like, download those, and start using them. Go back. Now, lastly, we also have marketing that we create for you. So this is what I was talking about on this page here, where we said free marketing templates. It's also the agent concierge section here. So you can view that. It's also this part here. So it's in three places. Again, because it's new and it's one of my favorite things, it's in a lot of places. But the agent concierge is where you can come in, tell us the information, and we're going to create the marketing for you. So if you come here, you'll hit start. We'll give it just a second to load. I'm gonna look at these questions while I'm waiting for that. Um, Beverly, are you asking if you can add QR codes to the Canva templates or oh, why this is taking so long? Let's try this again. Yeah, you can certainly add QR codes to those. And like I said, we can create QR codes for you. We just need the URL for wherever you want that to be directed, and you can certainly add those. Oh, there we go. Okay. So when we hit start, it's going to prompt you, is this your first time requesting a marketing piece or have you been here before and done it? I'm going to go with this is my first time and we're going to be brought to the next page. What is your market center number? Again, we get that for a lot of our services, so you just want to make sure you know it. Are you submitting this for yourself or someone else? So let's say that someone's doing an open house for you and you wanted to create their open house marketing. You could certainly say that you're creating this for someone else, or even if you're an admin for a team, creating it for your buyer's agent, whatever, or if you're creating it for yourself. You'll put in your name. Do you want to see the most popular designs, or do you want to see all of them that are available? I'm going to go ahead and go with all today. And then what type of marketing are you looking for? Are you looking for social posts, flyers, or postcards? Or are you looking for all three? Go ahead and hit all of the above. And then it's going to bring us in to decide which one we like the most. So these are for social posts. I can kind of scroll through these and take a look at them, find the one that I like best. I'm going to go ahead and just pick one. We're going to do next. Same thing for flyers. I'm going to go through, find the one that I like. We're going to hit next. Postcards, which one do you like? Pick one. What's the property address? So I'm going to just put 123 Main Street. If I could type. I promise I can type it except for when I'm teaching. It's the only time I can't. I'm gonna go grab the zip code here. Paste. Do next. What's the status of this listing? So is it for sale, just sold, pending? You get the idea. Depending on what you choose is going to determine your next question though. If I'm doing open house, it wants to know when. If I'm doing just sold, and take that one off, it's going to ask for my email address. So depending what you pick, it might have something different. Mostly, I think it's just the open house that's going to ask for different info. But once you type that in, let's just do, see, 1214. 123. Oops. Yeah. Do next. Email address. Next. Phone number. Do you have a headshot you want to include? You can go ahead and drag that and drop it or browse your files for it. Do you have a personal logo you would like to attach? You can go ahead and add that. And then review and submit. So now we're just going to make sure everything's correct. So we just go through all of this. It shows us our choices for those flyers. We could still click edit and change our mind on anything, or if we made a typo. So you can still do that. And then once you're done, you're just going to hit submit. I'm not going to submit this, but again, with anything on our website, usually we say 2 business days at the most. But we definitely strive for getting those done faster than that. So just expect 2 days, but hope for faster. But that is our support. So the last thing I'd just like to mention is that if there's anything on our support that you're not seeing that we help with, you can always email our support email. If we can help and we're able to, we definitely will. So I'm going to drop our email in the chat for you guys. It is just support@scottleroymarketing.com. And if you guys have anything going on and need help with, just let us know. I'm going to go ahead and stop record so we can kind of go through some questions you guys might have. If you don't have any questions, definitely feel free to jump off. If something comes up afterwards, you can always email us or you can find that recording on our YouTube channel. So if you're leaving, thank you for coming. I hope this was helpful and hopefully we'll see you next time. And I'm going to stop record.